So here's the question. How do physical therapists like us, who don't want to see 30 patients a day, who don't want to work home health, and have real student loans, create a career and life for ourselves that we've always dreamed about? This is the question, and this podcast is the answer. My name's Danny Mattei, and welcome to the PT Entrepreneur Podcast. What's going on, guys? Doc Danny here with the PT Entrepreneur Podcast, and it's Thursday, so coming at you with a little short Q&A. I'm answering a question from somebody that emailed me recently, and I'll give you kind of context for this. So this guy is a PTA who also happens to be a licensed massage therapist and has a CSCS, so strength and conditioning background as well. So like a little bit of everything, and he's asking, my question is to you. I love the idea of starting my own cash pay service for all three of these services if I can offer to my patients. He says attempted to do it in the past and things have gotten in the way, like having a kid. And, he says, I want to know if I can create a business that is in the beginning a side hustle promoting my services, strength and conditioning massage services effectively enough as an entrepreneur, or should I start out of another PT clinic and just use my access as a PTA going forward? So there's a couple layers to this question, and number one, it's nice to have options. So the first thing that comes to my mind is, and this may sound bad for those of us that are PTs, but in some ways, massage therapists have much less restriction on what they can and can't do with people than PTs do. It's frankly just, it makes me mad. I mean, it's irritating as hell when you think about it. In some states, we don't have direct access still, and you can just go straight to a massage therapist with back pain, and they can just, press all over your body, and there's no window of like, oh, it's been 30 days. You gotta go get a script for a plan of care. Like, come on, man, it's fucking bullshit. Yeah, it's unfreaking believable that it's still like that. So, in some ways, being a PT can shoot you in the foot, and it depending on your practice act. Being a massage therapist, assuming the state is, fairly liberal with that, you can have complete direct access and do manual stuff and do strength and conditioning stuff. So I have a good friend in Virginia Beach that's a licensed massage therapist, amazing strength coach, owns a gym there. I mean, this guy is just, incredible resource. And, the reason that he went to massage therapy school is because he had a kid right after high school, and he needed to find the fastest way to make money doing something in a field that he was interested in, and massage therapy school was cheapest, fastest way for him to do that. But he blends that massage therapy and strength and conditioning skill set really well. I also know the Atlanta Braves here, the baseball team here in Atlanta. One of their PTs I met at a course, and he was telling me that they have two strength coaches that are both licensed massage therapists, and those are the guys that actually travel with the team. So they've got this idea of, okay, this is how we get people strong. They're around them all the time. They know how they move, but they can also use their hands really well. So I think that's a really good complement. That's basically like a manual therapist PT that can do some kind of cool ninja tricks with their hands, but then also understands how to appropriately teach somebody how to squat and progress that, and teach them how to move through the Olympic lifts and all that. So we're talking about this hybrid model. So if I was you, I would stay totally away from the PTA side of things. Cool, you have that other degree, and I'm sure you have student loans from that, but man, when it comes down to it, you'd probably be better off by doing your massage therapy thing with your ability to really put together corrective exercise as well and build people back up, and talk about the potential for continued recurring work with somebody. I'm a big fan of people being patients for life. Not necessarily everybody, but some people 100% value taking care of their body. They're just happy to have somebody finally be able to help them with that, and we'll see them once a month for the rest of their life, assuming they don't move, and that's fine. That's good. That's stability for your business. Don't think of maintenance in a bad sense. Like, it's not a dirty word. It's something people value, especially if you have really good hands-on skills. So Okay, if you're this massage therapist, and now you can say, all right, well, we're going to get you better with these, manual moves, whatever it is you're going to do, these treatments, and then I can program for you. So now you got an option to do a visit once a month and program for somebody, which is an additional paid service. I work with people in my mastermind group that are charging anywhere between $150 and $250 a month for customized programming. If that's something that you're really competent in, that's a really nice way to get some additional revenue there. Between a visit once a month and programming, I mean, you're talking $300 to $400 in revenue that you could be generating per person doing this stuff that you kind of have a sneaky kind of hybrid approach with. So I would tell you to keep your day job and start doing some stuff on the side. Talk to your boss, make sure they don't have some sort of conflict with it, first of all. But find a gym where you feel like you could be a good fit and start working with the coaches and the owners. Let them know what you can do. Offer to comp some sessions so you can show them why you're different, and how you can use your hands in an effective way, but also how you can correct movement patterns, and it'll start to grow from there. And as you start to get busier and busier with that, then you can start to transition from your day job to just doing that. And you got yourself a full-fledged clinic with your skill set that you already have. And I love that. I love that model. And man, I hate to say it, but I get people that ask me frequently, is going to physical therapy school worth it? And I don't know. I'm on that. It was for me. I think it was very much worth it for me. And I can't say maybe everybody feels that way, but I don't know. It's having that massage therapy degree. I don't even know what it is. Training and understanding strength and conditioning, I think, is a very, very strong complement to each other that is already working well in multiple professional organizations that we've interacted with or even worked with. The Washington Nationals are another good example. They have a strength coach that's strong manual skills. It's sort of a movement expert, and they can correct all that stuff in the gym. They can get them moving, and it's a really cool mixture of skills. So I think it's something that people will find value in. I think it's something that would work long term, and it's something that you could train other people that have that same kind of hybrid approach to do the same things and build your business off of that. It's really no different than we talk about. If that's something that you're interested in doing, I mean, it's honestly, when you look at just the business, infrastructure, it's no different than what we teach in the Gym PT Blueprint, which is, how do you establish credibility? How do you get people in the door? How do you sell to them? How do you market? How do you, sell to them on the way out? And how do you become an expert in your area by doing, in-person workshops primarily early on, and how you structure those. And if you can do that, you can build word of mouth. If you can build word of mouth, you can build a business, and you can start to transition from whatever you're doing, if you're not completely happy there, to working for yourself and making a lot more money than you probably do as a PTA working for somebody else. So thanks so much for the question. I hope that that answers it. I know you just sent it to me. This probably won't come out for a little while after you emailed me. But as always, guys, if you have a question for me, shoot me an email, Danny@athletespotential.com. Again, if you have a few minutes in your day and you really like what we're putting out, then head over to iTunes and, leave me a 5-star review. Leave me a little comment there. Let me know what you think of the podcast. If there's anything you want me to add in, anything that you like or don't like, man, just be honest. I'd love to hear it. 'Cause in many ways, podcasting is it's just a one-way forum, I would love to hear what you're saying right now and, what you would say back to me in this context. And I can't. So, the best way for you to communicate with me is really via email and leaving an iTunes review. So thank you so much for listening, guys, and I'll catch you next time.
What's going on, guys? Doc Danny here. I want to thank you so much for listening to the PT Entrepreneur Podcast. One of the most common questions that I get is, how did you start a practice in a gym? And because of that, I've put together a course called the Gym PT Blueprint, which shows you exactly how to start, run, and grow a successful practice in a gym. If you're a new PT, if you're a new grad, if you're a PT that's just started a practice in the gym, you're not making more than $12,000 a month yet, this course is perfect for you. It'll teach you how to set it up correctly. It'll teach you how to market yourself correctly, how to sell correctly, how to actually build a true business and not just a little side business that maybe doesn't take you anywhere and change you and your family's life long term. So if you're interested in this model of a practice, guys, head to drdannymattei.com/products and you can take a look at the Gym PT Blueprint and everything that goes into it at that location. Thanks so much for listening.